Now they'll touch the pad. Everybody in the world confused. Yeah. Now then, crew, and welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Now, I haven't forgotten about the big 3,500 kilometer trip around New Zealand. I've only had time to edit up the first episode, and there's probably 2 more episodes still to work my way through and get up on the channel so you can see actually what really happened during those 3.5 days. Well, almost 4 days. Now, unfortunately, I have been quite ill this last week. Yes, I had the dreaded virus known as man flu, which basically brought me to my knees, and I only really started to bounce back proper sort of Friday evening, Saturday morning. I felt much better by Saturday morning, and it was the previous Sunday that it really started to knock me for 6, so it's been quite a while. Whole 5 days off work. Sorry, boss. Now, I went to the PO box the other day, which is in Auckland, many miles away, and I got a letter. Now, I don't get a lot of mail call stuff, so I thought, well, you know, whenever I get something, it has to be done to camera. So we've got this, and I also got a parcel. Look at that. Now, where's it from? Well, China. I don't know. Doesn't sound great, does it? So we'll have a look inside that and see if it's all still intact. It says, there's a description, look. Some kind of switchy, worky light thing. LED working light. Now there was a young lady from China that contacted me by email and said, hey, would you like some free stuff? And I don't know if, you know, obviously if you also have your own YouTube channel, then you probably get bombarded the same way as I do about you know, free stuff through the post, providing you do a, you know, what do you call it, you know, a review. There you go. As long as you do a review on it and promote it and put links on your channel and bits and pieces. And in all honesty, I'm just not into that kind of stuff. It's more trouble than it's worth. So they still sent it. Great, that's fine. We'll take a look. But there won't be a link at the bottom. Okay, well, first of all, oh, there's something else actually. I bought a new battery charger, and I want some feedback. I think you'd be a little bit surprised to see what I'm concerned about. Now, this is a letter from England. Look, it's got Queenie on there, and it says Royal Mail, which is probably a name that's not going to be around for many more years because, you know, not many people are using post anymore, are they? Anyway, I haven't opened it. It's completely still sealed, look. So I've got no idea what's inside. But if you're the one that sent this, you'd be sat there going, oh, he's got my letter. He's going to open my letter. Well, yes, I have. And whoever it was, I'm going to be thanking you very shortly. So let's have a little look inside. Now, if it does show this gentleman or lady's address, then I'm going to have to, as per YouTube rules, I'm going to have to blank that off before I show you. So we'll have a little look. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so I have to have a pre-look first. Okay, no check. Damn. Okay, let's have a look. Right, has it got an address on it? No. Okay. Oh, right. This makes more sense. So we've got a note with no address, and here we go. Today we'll do this bit first. Let's do the note first. I'm very disorganised today, and actually I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks, so forgive me. What does Eric say? And he says, "Hi Andy, hope you don't mind me sending you one of my channel stickers. I'm quite a new subscriber, but I always comment and like." He does. I've read the name, and he does. Been quite quite active, this this viewer. You have an amazing channel. Well, thank you very much. So glad I found it. I'm working my way through all the videos. Good luck with that. There's hundreds. They're very impressive. Well, actually, I did watch some of the older ones. Yeah, the other day actually. I was bored in an airport. Hope you have great times in your new workshop and say hi to the tool girls. Best wishes, Rich. Well, of course, Rich, I will pass on your best wishes to all the various tool girls, or at least the ones that I'm still in contact with at the moment. And you know, they'll be back. Don't panic. I've just got to get the workshop finished. And as you can see, it's looking a lot better. There's certainly a lot more space in here now. When we bring all the motorbikes in at the end of the day, there's a spare room. I actually had an ROV in here for a couple of nights with all the bikes. So things are definitely you know, going in the right direction as regards usable space. So here you go, Rich. Here is Jacko's small engine repairs. There you go, look. Put him over on this side. You're a good man. And that's going to go on my toolbox. So we'll tell you what, we'll stick it on right now. Right. I reckon, where should we go? I reckon up there. There's a good spot. We'll give it a bit of a clean because I've been cutting concrete the last few weeks and there really is a lot of crap everywhere. Everything is covered in dust. Sorry. I'm useless, really. Never anywhere near as much time as I hope I was going to have. Right, Jacko. How would you want it? Like that? Like that. Probably like that. No, I'll do the engine to its level. There you go. Perfect. Good stuff. Well, you're on there forever now. Fantastic. Right, back to the bench. Okay, Rich, well, you're on the toolbox. Cheers, mate, do appreciate that. And yes, there will be lots more videos to come. I just got to try and find some more time. This is ridiculous, honestly. So yes, appreciate that, mate. And that will go in the envelope of many, many letters to Andy Mechanic that have come in over the years. There should be many more to come yet. Okay, right, let's take a look and see what's in here. Let's do it. Okay, this is probably pretty damn blunt. Let's find out. Oh yeah, got two boxes. Interesting. Wasn't expecting two boxes. I'll get rid of that. We'll do the main box. Oh, sorry, camera. We'll do the main box first. Is that gonna... Look at that. Gee, oh my word. Genius. Okay, so hopefully nothing's broken. Looks like we've got two lights. Ooh, shiny. Look at that. Okay, well obviously LED. It's got a bank down here and some main lights there. So maybe it's like a dual beam filament kind of a thing. Don't know. Okay. We'll have to read the instructions, which I know go completely against anything male. But there we go, look. Same again. Cool. No idea what that is. We'll find out. And it's got some mounting points and a company called Oxbeam or Oaksbeam or Auxiliary Beam or something. Right, so two of them. And we get a sticker. It's a bit big for the toolbox, but I'm sure we'll find a home for that. Assuming they're any good. Okay. Side bottom mounting instructions. It sounds painful. Okay. Now you get brackets, which must be... Ah, yes, the broken bits. Let's have a look. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, okay, so you get a funny little bracket thing going on, and you get a free, look at that, 2 free Allen keys. Why on earth would you do that? It's just waste all over again, isn't it? Okay, right, what else have we got? Doesn't sound broken. It's one of those, if you recognise the number. I have no idea. Some poor little child has probably packaged this up. Oh, jeez Christ. What else have we got? Oh, same company. LED light bar wiring harness. Wow, they've really gone to town with this, haven't they? Okay. Wires. Oh my word. Jeez. It's got a little switchy thing. Feels like it's out of a cracker. With a sticky back. And a pre-wired relay. 40 amp! They're only LEDs. They can't draw that much current, surely. And an inline fuse. Alright, well, I'll think of another video will be coming on. What's the fuse rating? Looks like a 20 amp. Let's have a look. See what it says. 30 amp. Holy shit. Okay, so we got instructions. I better keep those. You never know. I might need instructions. Okay, lights, instructions, rubbish. Cool. Alright, I have a plan for those. Right, where are you? Let's try and get you about level. There you go. That'll work on it. And Mr. Light, let's put Mr. Lighty over there. This is Torchy, by the way. Torchy does a great job because the lighting in this workshop's still not, well, I keep moving it around to be honest. I had an ROV down here and that's why all these strip lights are all pushed to one side because there wasn't enough ceiling height when it was on the stands and I had to underseal it all. Anyway, so what I was thinking of doing, and like I say, you see here, good intro actually there. Torchy gets used an awful lot on the videos now, you know, because of this workshop. So I thought rather than mount these to a vehicle, what we could do is mount them to some little tripods or something, or even clamps actually, and use them in the workshop for lighting for the videos. And that should give us an idea of how long they last and how well they take knocks and that kind of thing. Sure, there's going to be no vehicular vibration going on, but I think these could be pretty cool for lighting up, you know, when we're working under bonnets and bits and pieces. So we'll give that a go, and obviously they'll be fed a 12 volt feed. I've got plenty of decent 12 volt power supplies which will easily cope with the current flow for those kind of LEDs. One more thing. Right, yes. Have a look at this. See what you think. I was looking around for a battery charger. All my decent battery chargers I left back in England over 10 years ago. Sealy ones they were pretty good, and they never sort of failed to charge up batteries. Even if they've been stood a long time and the plates had oxidised, you could plug one of the Sealy chargers in and leave it on for a couple of days and it'd warm the battery up, it'd start to sort of percolate and give off all those nasty fumes, but it would sort of clean the plates off and off you go again. A lot of these modern chargers nowadays, the electronic type chargers, well, they just give up and they say that your battery's knackered and you should go and buy a new one. And it's a bit sad, really. So, this battery charger, I only picked it up the other day. It is second hand. I got it off TradeMe, and I'm going to wall mount it because I'm always charging batteries up. You should really have a charging station that's well away from any kind of ignition source because, you know, as you know, batteries give off a hydrogen gas, which is it's quite explosive, is hydrogen gas. I mean, poor little Ollie, my youngest brother, here's a story for you. This is what nothing else to do on a Sunday afternoon. When we had the off-road centre back in England, one of the little workshops we had was called the Granary, and it was the old granary for the farm. And in there we'd charge up batteries, and we had our parts department sort of stuff, and it was pretty rudimental, don't get me wrong. We didn't have a lot of money back then. Still don't, actually. But anyway, and I'd had the battery off the Unimog, which is a pretty big ass battery. Had it on charge well, I'd sort of forgotten about it, to be honest. I'd meant to put it on charge for a few hours, and it was at least 2 days on charge. And the granary wasn't that well ventilated either. I mean, sure, you could open the door, but there was no opening windows. There was a door into the house as well, but there was no real airflow. Anyway, I'd sent Ollie up to the granary to cut some steel lengths for me. I was obviously doing something down in the workshop down the yard, some welding or something, and I said, hey Ollie, go and cut us these bits of steel, will you? So he potted off down there. They're only small bits. He potted off down there, and I heard the angle grinder fire up. Those of you that have come across this kind of thing will know exactly what's coming next. Well, man, I was welding, and there was this almighty bang, this obviously an explosion. And for a second, I had no idea what had happened, but you could hear there was a bit of shouting going on, and there was glass tinkering. It was pretty bad. So of course, ran down to the granary where quite clearly the noise originated from. And there's poor Ollie there, and fortunately he'd worn when we were grinding, we'd always wear a full face mask, something a bit like this one. So it's pretty well protected, you know. So he'd been grinding away, but we didn't really wear ear protectors back then. We just sort of protect our vision rather than our hearing. We've learnt now. And Ollie was stood there in a bit of a daze, looking at me like he'd done something wrong. Which he usually had done something wrong. It was normally Ollie's fault, but on this occasion it wasn't Ollie's fault at all. I hadn't told him that you shouldn't grind next to a charging up battery. Anyway, there was acid raining down from the ceiling of the granary, all over the bench, all over the floor. The windows had completely blown out of the building. They were over in the garden, bits of glass all over the place. It took ages to clear it up. But Ollie, he couldn't hear anything. He was deaf for about 3 days, poor lad. Yeah, we thought he was going to lose his hearing altogether. And he had these sort of acid burns just down the side of one side of his face. I think it would have been probably his left side, actually, because he would have been grinding the vice was here, and the battery was just there to his left. And when it blew the whole top of the battery off. I'd never seen anything like it. And yeah, obviously I had to go and buy a new battery. But that was the least of our worries. They say we had to all the windows to board up. And of course Ollie had to recover from the incident. So, word of warning, what we've learned from this tale is if you're charging a battery up, keep all ignition sources, and that's especially grinding, welding, that kind of thing, well away from that environment, because it's probably just going to explode on you, basically. Yeah, I mean, looking back, it was impressive, but wouldn't want to do it again. So be careful out there. Batteries are just really bombs waiting to go off if you're not careful with them. But anyway, we've digressed. There's a little story, and there's many of those kind of stories. We did lots of stupid shit back in England. Okay, so this is the charger that I bought. I don't know what they are new. I've not really done too much research on it, but I know it kicks out 60 amps. This one's rated for 60 amps. Okay, so it gives you a bit more information there. Look, there you go. And I think I saw a sticker somewhere. Yes, there's a bit of stuff on the back here as well. So I'll give you all of that. Okay. Oh, yeah, half a bit of filming. Dun, 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 ding. Right, now the bit I want to talk about is this bit just here. Now, of course, this gets its power from the mains, and Mr. Mains comes down this wire to here. That's all good, but if you look, let's just turn it around. If you look here, we've got the 3 terminals. Now, that little plastic shroud here, this bit, sorry, it's all up to camera. Yes, you can take it off, there you go. And now we've got, you can see all the terminals, but the plastic shroud, it doesn't cover them all up. It's exposed. You've got mains power, you've got the live and the neutral and the earth, all exposed. You could stick a screwdriver in there and get a shock. That surely can't be legal. It really can't. I'm going to have to put a little cover over that, because that's as dodgy, in my book anyway, that's as dodgy can be. It's not too bad this side, because you've got the insulators in the way. So I'm still dying for the crimp on terminals. But here, Man, where's something to point with? Hang on. Let me find something to point with. That'll do. Here, look. We've got a little Allen key. And you can stick Mr. Allen key underneath. Zappy zap. Zappy zap. Ow. Not good. So, is that allowed? If it is, why is it allowed? I don't think it would be allowed. I think it's bloody dangerous. Because this thing isn't in another enclosure. This is, when you buy one of these, this is all you get. These two here, these are the DC outputs, and they're pretty hefty because it's 60 amp maximum output on this charger. So I'm going to get that fired up at some point and see how well it performs. But yeah, it's a good charger. I mean, it's well made, obviously. It's got cooling fans and everything on it. But as soon as I saw that, I thought, holy crap, that's a bit bloody dangerous. Look, you can see them there, just poking through on the old plastic. Just completely exposed. Nothing to stop a little kid going, ooh, what are those wires? Zap. Okay, so I'll get rid of that. Very careful. Requires a bit of a modification. Anyway, I'll talk to you, thank you. So, we're up to 10 minutes on this bit of video. What the hell? Had a story. Talked about a charger. Oh, I paid 200 New Zealand dollars for that. Battery chargers in this country seem to be ridiculously expensive. I don't know why. Remember that projector charger? Battery charger stroke voltage stabilizer that I bought probably about, can't be far off a year ago actually, and then promptly took it back because it didn't stabilize the voltage. There is a video on it. That was 900 New Zealand dollars for that tool. Now I don't dispute it. I'm sure it charged up batteries extremely well, and so it should for 900 New Zealand dollars, but 900 bucks, it's a lot of money just for a battery charger. I don't remember what the amperage was. I just can't remember the specs on it. I don't think it was as high as 60 amps though. Oh, mind you, no, don't think it was as high as that. Anyway, watch the video, find out. I'll put you a link at the end of this one. Okay, I'm losing my voice. I just thought I'd say hi. I'm still here doing stuff, being very busy, doing another ROV. I've been ill, but I have got lots more videos planned. As always, there's all sorts of stuff in the back burner, but I just don't have the time to put it to camera. It's not that I don't do anything in the workshop. It's just that sometimes it's stuff on vehicles that I'm not allowed to film, work, or I've just got to crack on. There's only so much workshop repairs that you want me to see, you know, doing the building work that you want to see. I did the end leg the other day, a couple of weeks ago, so that's all sorted now. I think you saw that on a video, I can't quite remember. But the next job really is to build or to fabricate up another one of these orange beams, the third beam, and then we can do a lot of spraying, get that painted, and then we basically get the rest of the wall out, and that'll be fantastic. Okay crew, I ramble on, gotta go. So mail call, bit of a battery charger thing, got some nice shiny LED lights from some lady in China, thank you very much, really appreciate that, and we'll put these to work at some point. And if you enjoyed the video, why not click on the subscribe button? You'll see a little gear icon turn up, click on the gear icon, and then you can tick the box and turn on notifications, and our friends down at YouTube will send you an email as and when I upload any new videos. Same thing, just ring the bell, same thing will happen. You'll also find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to communicate through any of those portals. There's also my email address down the bottom. Some people do email me. I do get back to every now and again. God. And I've hardly had any cigarettes this week because I'm so bad. Bloody hell. Okay, that's better. So feel free to email me and I'll try and get back to you. Can't guarantee it. And there's also a Patreon page where you can read all about the history of the channel. up and coming projects. And of course, there's the profiles for all the various tool girls that have been on the show, where you can download the images, bits and pieces, and do what you like with them, basically. Those that are supporting the channel through Patreon, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. The channel isn't here to make money, but the income that comes through, both from YouTube, which is very fluctuating, and from Patreon, which is a little bit more constant, although smaller, is much appreciated. It allows me to do stuff, you know, because actually running the workshop, the costs are far more than whatever comes in. This is, to me, a lost leader, but I enjoy doing it. And it's great to have over 40,000 subscribers now supporting the channel. So, there you go. Until next time, crew, thanks for watching. Cheers. Over and out. And we get the job again.
Oh,
Really.